right, we're here at Gainesville Raceway, Gainesville, Florida, right next to every meth lab imaginable in Florida. And we're here with the Gray Goose, and we're gonna go ahead and unload it. And today is Wednesday, so what we're gonna do is join the test and tune session that they got going on, and see if we can get some passes in the car, get some testing, because it'll be the first passes the car ever made. Okay. Just finished setting the shocks. Senior installed shock sensors so that we can actually data log the travel of the shocks. Pretty neat stuff. So we're just trying to gather as much data as possible. So he installed these sensors right here and analog them into the end gauge. Actually, not the end gauge, another set of logging hardware, and we're going to log everything. So we set our compression and our rebound on our Santas, and once they let us go up there, we'll do some testing. Okay, today's day 2, and after that big massive wheelie, we encountered a couple of errors with the boost controller. So what we're doing is checking for any damage. Nothing apparent, but I think the fan stopped working. So we got to make sure that the radiator fan works properly. Junior is taking a look at the boost controller stuff. There might be a potential leak in the CO2 stuff, because obviously we did not want to do a big wheelie like that. It made more power than we were expecting, and we think there could be a solenoid with stuff in it, or dirt, or something that caused an overboost condition. The data confirmed it, but we want to make sure mechanically everything is sound. Go over the car again this morning, make sure everything is working properly, then go back, look at the boost controller stuff, and make sure everything is proper, because we were only commanding, I don't know, high 20s, low 30s, and it's all much more than that. So we definitely want to see why and make sure the car is mechanically sound. And today's mostly roll racing, so you're not going to see much action today. This is Thursday. Yesterday, Wednesday, was a test session. We only got one lick in after we did what it did. I mean, we know it's hooking, but now we got to make sure the power delivery is proper, keep the front end down best possible, and see if we can fix everything for some potential qualifying runs tomorrow. Okay, so what we found was that the fan, when the wheelie came down, the fan cage is a little jacked up. We have another fan coming. Brandon is bringing one up from Lund Racing HQ, and just in case, we're going to replace some of the solenoids for the boost control, because we don't want to run the risk of having a similar issue where it ran more boost than we were commanding. So we just want to make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's and make sure everything's good. But so good, no major damage. The wheelie was big, but luckily we have these wheelie savers here, or body savers. These guys right here probably save everything, and we have a belly pan underneath. You saw my other video, so thank goodness for those I don't know what you want to call them, wheelie savers or body savers. When it comes back down, crashing down to earth, it doesn't jack up the whole underside of the car. So luckily that worked out as it should, so we'll get everything back up and running. So after fixing radiator, and I'll let Junior or Senior explain to you what happened with the boost controller solenoid. We're gonna check for leaks.
Yes.
What was the issue?
Not our problem.
Give me a general idea, what caused the big wheel.
So when we got back, I checked the data log and off the AMS 2000, and it said it had 39 pounds of CO2 on the wastegate, which when you do that, it's going to put equal boost through the motor. And that was not commanded. It was only supposed to be 14. So today we just started going through a narrow troubleshooting pattern. And the first thing we could think of was maybe the solenoids went bad on the solenoid block. There's a decrease and increase. And the only thing, the clue for that was when we would turn the controller on with the bottle open, it would just start emptying the bottle. So new block fixes it.
There you go.
Yep.
Dad wants to start the car now, so I want to see if we can check for leaks and stuff. But thank you.
You get to see all my sunburn.
So basically, what caused an overboost condition was a failure of this solenoid right here. It wasn't pulsing properly, and it sent everything to the gates, and it saw 40 psi, which, like he said, we wanted 14, but it saw 40, and that's why it went woo. And luckily, no major damage occurred. But we'll go ahead and see if everything's working properly. Get it back on the ground level. Do a couple of trans brake tests and see how everything goes. Eventually you should see a blood temperature. Dude, this thing is ridiculous. Alright, so we should be pretty close to being ready. There's going to be 5 qualifiers tomorrow, and we'll see how everything goes.
And then we'll start cranking on
Train stuff.
Is this your B-roll?
B-roll, B-roll, B-roll. I'm just being annoying. Okay, after thrashing on the car all night, we ended up putting a new 6R80 in it and made our way back to Gainesville Raceway. Is that what this is called? Gainesville Raceway? Lux? Held our spot. Super nice guy. So we were able to park right back in our spot. So now that we have a fresh 6R80 in it, we'll see how it performs today at the track. We still haven't really qualified, or maybe if we qualified, we're like in the Z field. But it was, we were up till like 1 in the morning last night working on it. Got about 5 hours of sleep, got right back on the road. So hopefully the Gray Goose treats us right today. All right, this is last day of qualifying. First qualifying session. We only have one more after this at 7 o'clock to try to make it into the show. So we'll see how everything goes. Okay, first round elimination. We're up against a beautiful C6 Corvette. I think it's like it's been 760s, but it'd be cool to see these things around. Z06 too, very nice. So Z06 turbo, been in the well into the 7s, so no slouch. So we're not gonna be soft with it. We'll see what it looks like in the first run of the day. Hopefully the track is nice and tight. We'll see how this guy goes. Alrighty, so there you have it. We had a very eventful weekend at FL2K. We had a transmission swap. We had boost control issues, but I think it's just first time gremlins that pop up when a new car build is at the track. This car was recently gone through, especially everything in the rear end. So it ended up being an interesting and insightful time at the track. But we qualified number 4 on the only pass that we got in at like 30 something PSI, because we can go up to I think 45. So number 4 out of a heavy hitter field. I mean, there were some legit heavy hitters there, so we were very proud of that. Very proud of the fact that we were able to stick with it, not quit, and get after it and try to make the event. Unfortunately, Transbrake didn't activate on that last run, so it was disappointing, but we hung out, learned a lot, and shook the car down. So the next time you see the car, it shouldn't have any of the issues that we experienced at FL2K, because we gathered a bunch of data. So the next step for that car is Mod Nationals. That's right, we're going to be at Mod Nationals. Go out, see the Grey Goose, compete in the 6R80 class, and maybe King of the 4-valve. I'm trying to convince Senior to run the car in King of the 4-valve, because I think it has a 7.0 or a high 6 in it, but King of the 4-valve is legit mid 6 second car. So we'll see how all that goes. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys' support. We'll see you later.